Ah! I just realized that we're not. I don't think that we're live on uh, uh, Instagram. I don't know how this works. You know what? Fuck it. Sorry. Bye, Instagram. Bye.
Fuck 'em.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday, April 1st, April Fool's Day.
Yes.
We're thinking about playing a joke on you guys,
I already did.
telling you somebody died or, something, or that we're quitting doing the show. But you know what? That all sucks. Honestly, it all sucks.
I thought today's show was great.
Yeah.
Well, touch me in the morning and then just walk away.
And Jackie Chair's Deidre is going to be on was amazing. I as I was getting the sleep out of my eyes, I was like, I didn't realize it was April Fool's, and I was like, what the?
Yeah, a couple of people actually thought that was. What are you drinking there, Denise?
I am drinking a Aldi copy of Guinness, so it's probably just Guinness. It's called Maguire's. It's a dark beer. It's
so cute that you would buy beer at Aldi's. That's like amazing to me. Is it in
a German? How can you not have good beer at a German place?
Is it in a cozy?
Yes, it's in my Crew of Italia cozy with the little
Crew, Krewe, crew.
Yes,
oh,
that's how you spell that.
Can we see your tattoo and see that next to each other?
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So she has 1, 2, 3 vaginas. That's a 3
yes.
vagina.
Hey, those Sicilian women have lots of kids.
Yeah, and lots of hair. So there's that. Okay, so here we are on April 1st, and we are. I know I've never used a koozie in my life. I didn't even understand what they were like 3 or 4 years ago. Like I really didn't know.
I didn't want I'm not going to pound the beer. I don't want to get warm. I mean, it's like 74 degrees in the house. That's too warm for beer.
Does that actually keep it cool? And what's that?
That is my drink mug of water.
Oh, indeed. Okay. Yes, I have my Sam's Club water. Whatever.
I have stopped drinking. Well, I've almost ceased drinking. It's hard not to stop water out of bottles.
I know. I try not to as well. I usually will take this bottle and just refill it in my refrigerator and just use it over and over again. All right. So I'm joined tonight by Dennis and Xavier.
It's actually really bad.
And Mr. Judy Tenuta is
that's how you get sick.
Tonight, just for shits and giggles. He decided
to refilling that thing, you get sick.
By the way, I recently read that like everybody has like a certain amount of plastic in their bodies from all the water bottles. So like you were saying, they're bad.
Well, and I'm told that if you leave your water bottle in your car,
the
sun or something, apparently the plastic starts to leach into the water. Or something like this.
Well, the way those plastics are made, it's a constant decay. So it's constantly leaking it's whatever it's made out into the whatever you're consuming.
And Mo, that's so cute because you know how they transport that? It's not air conditioned.
Oh yeah,
It's hot in those trucks.
It's on pallets and hot trucks. It sounds like we're having a conversation that the Howard Stern show would have.
Exactly. It's like
I bet we have more facts.
Yeah,
it's true.
And
so
that's no cranky call.
Let's talk about today's show. I don't have.
Hated it.
I don't have a lot of clips tonight. Only 21 clips. I know that when we started the show, we did like 10 or 12 clips, but sometimes when he's just riffing, like such stupidity comes out of his fucking pie hole that it just becomes amazing that we don't clip every nuance of what he's doing. So yeah, stuttering John's lumpy goiter. When Howard talked about how tough Beth is, well, he called her stoic, actually. Telling a story about how she broke her ankle and then wore heels got me thinking, did he miss Gary's funeral because of Beth? Yes.
Yes. Gary's dad's it was Gary's dad's funeral.
Yeah. Gary's dad's funeral. Now, does anybody have the picture? Because I couldn't find it. The one of Beth at the ER.
Hold on. Let me see if I can find it.
Because that's a good shot, and we need to discuss that.
And then later on, she was at the country club or something.
So she is pictured in her the pescatarian that she is, right, is pictured in her fully lambskin $4,000 dress, and she had to go to.
Because lambs don't have feelings.
That's right.
No, not at all.
And their baby.
Lambs are practically the Hitler of the animal kingdom.
That's exactly.
That's what I've. That's what I've heard.
With those horizontal eyes, they're creepy.
They're no earthworms, that's for sure.
That's right. And so then she went to the hospital, and she got her little boot or whatever, and then she did not go to Gary's dad's funeral, and went directly to a polo match. So yeah, that's our girl. That's our girl. Yes, lamb is good eating.
It's delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Especially some potatoes.
Isn't that what they make gyros out of?
Well, it's lamb, but not baby lamb. It's not baby.
No, they in America they use lamb. They don't use sheep.
Oh,
sheep.
Sheep.
All right. So while you're looking for that, I am going to start our show, and the show started off horrifically, as one would expect.
You're not going to play clips, then, are you?
No.
Thank Christ.
What does everybody want on a Tuesday morning at 7:00 in the morning?
At breakfast time.
At breakfast time, you may ask. I'll tell you what they want.
Good morning, everybody. I see here on my phone I have a very important caller.
Yes, very important.
How many of you remember, raise your hand, if you remember when we followed the incredible event Fistfest, where a very exceptionally talented young man who takes an entire arm up his anus. He was a performer on the show. He was his name was Hunger FF. I'm sure you remember him, Robin. He accepted.
I was trying to forget him. I almost had him out of my head.
So let's discuss Fist.
Okay.
I mean, we're not going to play any clips from it because.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, jeez.
It was that bad.
Or not.
So, what was the story? Actually, I'll read.
Do you want me to explain the story of what happened?
No, I do not.
Don't you think these people need to know the full details of the sordid?
No. And then, by the way, he's raised $14,250, which is
$13,000
more than our poor Benjamin. And by the way, which I'm not belabor the situation, but you guys, you chat people, and you know who you are because you are my absolute dearest, wonderful human beings. You have come to the table. You have donated to Benjamin. You are just wonderful. I love you all. You're just amazing human beings for giving money to Benjamin. Now, on the other hand, if you broke your fucking sphincter from shoving too many things up your asshole, you get to raise $14,250. Okay.
What a weird world we live in.
I was rushed into emergency surgery with a perforation in my colon. The rupture happened in the 20% of the colon wall made up of connective tissue and fat, meaning I didn't go septic because no stool had leaked into my system.
Oh, darn it. So, better luck next time.
The surgeon.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
The surgeons had to place a temporary colostomy bag. I'll need another surgery about 6 to 8 weeks.
Should ask Robin about that.
Oh my!
Until then, I'm living with this bag, healing from the trauma, and unable to work at full capacity. Now, by work, he means literally getting a fist up to the fucking elbow directly into his asshole. Okay,
I'm a fucking sad sack when it comes to fucking charity, but fuck this guy. Seriously.
No, exactly.
Sorry.
Maybe next time he'll do a better job.
This situation isn't just medical, it's financial. My business, hungerff.com. Oh, I got to look that up right this
moment. No, you don't. No.
Well, touch me in the morning and then just walk away.
is how I survive. Right now, I'm facing hospital bills, recovery time, and loss of income. Because I can't shove things up my...
Dude, seriously, you know what? You know what?
No, don't push that.
No.
Mo, you crazy.
I did.
No, don't make me have to go to my emergency Walker, Texas clip.
Right now, I'm facing hospitals. Well, I physically can't shoot or create content the way I normally do. I'm not someone who's ever liked asking for help, but I'm doing it now because I have to. If you're able to contribute, I genuinely appreciate it. If you're not, sharing this helps just as much. I'm still fighting. So yeah.
So Howard promoted this today.
Oh,
so Scott Salem's wife was not allowed to say anything about GoFundMe, but this guy has carte blanche. He's going to be on all week. He's doing interviews with Howard, right?
That's right. He was on the air.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with X. This guy can go to hell. This guy can go to hell. Really
maybe next time.
Sorry, dude. I wish you well, but fuck you.
No, maybe next time you hit the other 80%.
I don't care if you make your living off of getting. I don't even know what he gets up his ass. I actually don't want to know.
Arms,
fist.
You know what?
Arms.
Evel Knievel once landed on the handlebars with his asshole. He didn't cry about it. He just pulled those fuckers out. You know?
And Howard, Mr. Billionaire, could help this guy out if he wants. I mean, go pay, dude.
Well, I guess people stepped up. He had a $12,500 goal and raised $14,250. So, yeah, whilst I'd rather give my hard-earned money to Benjamin because he's a wonderful human being and a contributor to our site, this fucking guy makes his money off of shoving things up his ass. So, whatever.
And Mo, you just gave this guy Ryan more help than Howard's ever given anybody.
Yes. So let's move on. Let's get rid of him. And
we
had first thing in the morning. That's what we started.
Yeah, I was trying to eat breakfast. It was not going well.
There's this dude named Zamora, the Torture King, who he does one of these novelty, like, it swallows swords, stick needles and stuff. You don't see that guy shoving shit up his ass. Come on, man. Sorry, you picked the wrong body part. That's on you.
He could shove things up his ass. So,
but he does.
We're talking about this whole thing and like, oh my God, I can't believe this is what we're starting the show with, because it went on for about a half hour and then it went into something else. What did it go into from that? It was something equally disgusting. It was
throwing up.
Oh no! It was Fistfest, and then it was pegging. It went to pegging. Good night.
So of course Robin was commenting on, oh my God, I can't believe that this is what we have on the show, and comes out with this little bon mot.
No wonder we're in the Radio Hall of Fame. Coverage like this.
No wonder iHeartRadio just skipped over us when they were trying to decide what was the best podcast.
He's so
I
stupid.
guess
Number one, iHeartRadio does not service the Howard Stern show because you're behind a double paywall. Stupid.
But no. But here's the thing. I got to remember, she's only as good as her last conversation. So you damn well know that them being called a podcast has been thrown around a lot.
Yes.
So that popped into her that withering away brain.
Sized brain of hers, yes.
And then it just splurted out. And I bet Howard, I wish there was video because Howard probably flinched.
Absolutely. I
and that picture is gone. I can't find it. I have tried every rumination. I've searched everywhere. I've even used DuckDuckGo. I've gone everywhere on Reddit.
Which one?
Which picture?
The picture of Beth at the hospital in the ER with her little suede gray dress on, and they have her foot up, and they're about to put the boot on her.
It's probably in the deep, dark reaches of the internet. We could find it.
It's been wiped. Just like all the other stuff. It's been wiped.
Gunk, but we'll come back. Everybody.
Usually when horses mess up their feet, they just
shoot
put
them
them down.
Yeah.
There you go.
They just shoot them.
So this dude is also apparently on OnlyFans. I'm not going to go back to him because I don't care about him.
Please don't.
But I'm not. But he's on OnlyFans, and Howard was trying to get an understanding of OnlyFans because he couldn't really understand why. Why? Okay, so here he is trying to understand it.
Or something where this guy was saying.
By the way, he mentions that it's a guy on OnlyFans, even though it's like 97% women.
Yeah, but for Howard, it's all guys.
There's literally like 3 dudes on that site, and Howard's got them all bookmarked.
Absolutely. Ooga.
This guy was saying he's on OnlyFans and he makes $8 million a month. A month. What goes on OnlyFans? I'm not on that, but I mean, how are people making $8 million a month?
He's so jealous. He's so jealous of that.
What is going on? Does anybody actually know what goes on? I mean, porn is free.
Oh yeah.
They're following people who are basically getting naked. I mean, what could it be that's
and
generating
you said
all
this
this?
was a man.
I think it was a man.
I think it was a man, as if he wouldn't know.
Yeah.
It's exclusive content, so these people, their videos don't go anywhere else. So you have to subscribe to see it.
Oh my god!
Depending what they're into, I mean, people shell out money to see it.
So I don't know from OnlyFans because I've never been on there, but apparently the way it works is that if you're like let's say a girl, because that's what normal people would think of when they think of OnlyFans. So you join, and let's say it's $10 a month to join. So. And you get a little bit of content apparently when you join for that $10 a month. But the real money is in these paywall sex videos that they do. And in order to see the videos, it could be anywhere between like $19 and $39 per video for you to watch. So not only are you paying to join the person's OnlyFans, you're then paying for the individual content that is behind a secondary paywall. So they pay a shit ton of money.
Mo, I mentioned this today on the thread. Howard and Ralph watched some guy from NSYNC like jerk it, through OnlyFans. Like he already has done this. He knows what it is.
Well, he's playing dumb. It's not. You would think that he has no idea what he's talking about. Maybe he didn't realize that Ralph was probably on OnlyFans.
Ralph was running it. That's why.
Yeah.
Howard was just sleeping next to him or sitting next to him.
Yes, exactly.
I would definitely do my feed on OnlyFans if I could do that. I would think that would be like an awesome way to generate income. But then what do you do? What do I do? What do you do? What do you do?
Dirty things.
What you do is you go down to the supermarket and you buy a lot of bananas.
So what do you do? So you start with like a bottle, right? And the next thing you know, you're gonna have to find penises.
Yes, pretty much it ends up with
sorry guys, that's if you want to see that, you're gonna have to super chats.
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't get Mo's feet, unless you
$49.95 super chat.
Hey.
X is promoting you. Come on.
I'm getting dizzy. I'm moving too much. I'm getting sick here.
Well, because of the Pilates, I can actually do other stuff now that
Once again, guys, if you want to see that, I need to see super chats. We're just giving you a little tease.
Wow.
Everything starts with like a bottle or a banana, and next thing you know, you have to find like dicks, and then it's a slippery slope.
Very big slippery slope.
Well, it could be a very big slippery slope into like lots of money, but you know
what? You start off with bananas. Next thing you know, people are asking, "Hey, why is there a donkey behind you?"
Exactly.
Ryder, come here, boy.
And dogs and peanut butter.
Exactly.
Ooh.
It's a slippery slope. It's slippery. X is annoying.
I am.
Yeah. All right, so let's pimping ain't easy. Okay, so then they go to JD because JD is going to give everybody a thorough explanation of what goes on OnlyFans. But to their chagrin, he is no longer doing the OnlyFans thing.
Sure.
He's
Sure.
spending money on baseball cards.
Sure.
Let's do that.
JD, you still involved with cam girls or OnlyFans? Are you off that?
You got to unmute, horny boy.
You got to unmute, dude. We can't hear you.
Because Chris Wilde.
I pretty much spent my money on cars. I've gotten back to car breaks a little bit.
You don't know how to turn your microphone on?
It's not on?
Well, now it is.
They can't zoom. They're not zooming well.
He asked you a question. Are you still with the girls, with the cams and all that stuff?
I've said I spend my money on cards now mainly. It's card breaks. This is what I'm doing.
That's worse.
For the most
when
part.
You say for the most part, does that mean you're sort of on there a little bit?
No, I mean not really.
Well, that's not a no.
Listen, hold on, hush. Listen, I've done OnlyFans stuff in the past, but yeah.
Tell me what goes on there. That's what I'm trying to ask you. What goes on?
Oh yeah, I mean mainly you sign on. What I thought originally was you sign on and you follow the people and pay whatever the fee is, and then you get all this stuff.
No, that's just being a moron.
Once you get in there, it's like, okay, pay for this, pay for that, pay for this video, pay for this and that thing. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, I can't be doing all this.
Of course you can't, because you're one of the poors who's invested all of his money into baseball cards.
So when he started talking, my only comment:
baseball cards he was buying. Why do I think his name is Jelly, but it's not? It's like Selly something de la Cruz. What's this guy's name?
I have not a clue. This guy in the Reds. I have not a clue.
Xavier.
All I know is after listening to him is like, I am now utterly convinced he's going to be living under an overpass. Absolutely. They're in a box.
Xavier, what's the dude's name on the Cincinnati Reds? De la Cruz.
The shortstop guy? I don't know his name. He's a big old dude. He's a shortstop.
Yeah, that's all I know.
Oh, there you go.
Meanwhile, any collectibles printed today are worthless because they print millions of, you know what I mean? This is not from 1940 where there's 3 in existence. It's complete garbage.
It's all manufactured. It's just bullshit.
Manufactured collectibles.
It's like for the last 15 years, comic books, they always do like, oh, we're doing a reboot. So now it's, this is the first one. It's the number one. But who gives a shit? There's like 3 million printed, and it's like nobody. Good luck.
Absolutely.
Ellie De La Cruz. So this is the guy whose card he's been collecting, I guess, like a shit ton
6'5". Holy
he's a big
shit.
Dude.
Jesus.
And his rookie year was a year ago.
Yeah.
Okay, that's worth nothing.
It will be worth something in maybe 50 years.
But still, if everyone puts them in plastic, there'll be thousands out there.
See,
exactly.
And this is the whole fallacy. I actually went over this on my YouTube channel, DJ's Classic Garage, and on cars, because it's the same thing. Because the older cars, like say 50s cars, were valuable because nobody thought about keeping them around. Same thing with muscle cars. You didn't think about keeping them around. You raced them till they were destroyed, and then you got rid of it and bought something else. And that's why there's scarcity of value, and the baby boomers exploited that. But then now we've created fake scarcity with stuff like this, with the cards that it's a limited run, it has a piece of jersey in it, or my favorite one is Stellantis. Every Dodge product has a last call, 5 of them, 5 last calls. It's like, no, there's nothing collectible about that. You just got suckered. You just paid extra for the same car.
Right. So
honestly, you would have got more value out of, taking a clothespin and putting them on your spokes on your bicycle and driving around with them. That's the way it's meant to be.
So basically what he's been doing is I can make this much bigger so you guys can see it better. Apparently what he's doing is he watches these unpackaging videos to see, these mystery packs that people buy.
Yeah.
and he watches them unpack it. So so here's him talking.
I'm not looking to sell it right now, so there's that.
What are you going to do? Wait until it's worth nothing.
Sure, there you go. Yeah, that probably will happen. Yeah,
that's exactly right.
Howard, those cards are going to wind up in your office.
In fact, Robin, today it was worth $300.
Yeah, I'm not much of a flipper. That's what these people do usually. They get the cards and then they immediately sell them.
Those are the ones to make money.
You have the card. Where is the card now? Where do you keep it?
It is in a place with all the Ellie De La Cruz cards that I have.
All right. So you have multiple Ellie De La Cruz cards, which are all worth $650.
Well, no, they're not all worth $650, but
I see. But this one is. Why is this one
priceless to me? They're priceless to me.
Why is this one worth more than your other Ellie De La Cruz cards?
Because it goes on and on. And
it goes on and on. Trigger warning.
Mo, the companies create fake, scarcity. So like, only 5 cards will be foil, or 5 cards
100%
pink, or it's such crap.
Such crap. It's such bullshit. So they continue on with JD, and what we learn is that Blitt, whom we all know and love, Blitt has been playing this long con with JD, and he's been trying to get JD into buying artwork, and in doing so, he brought him to like a art dealer to discuss, art prices, which, by the way, whoever they fucking went to, this woman should be shot, because her voice is quite possibly the most annoying voice I have ever heard in my life. And so they went to this art dealer, and then he decided he didn't want anything from this art dealer, even though she was giving shit about it. And then he brings him to an artist, like an underground artist, and in reality it's like some comedian that he hired to actually make believe he was an artist, and then Jonathan Blitt actually painted the art. This is way too much discussion and upkeep for this, but PS, that piece of art that you see in the background,
that's not art,
is the piece that we're currently talking about. And again, Blitt is playing long con with him, and he said that this was made.
No one can be that stupid.
Yeah. Oh, well, JD can.
No one can be that stupid.
Hopefully, JD paid thousands and thousands of dollars for that.
No, they gave it to him for free, and that's why he hung it up, because it was
like some Jackson Pollock-ish rip
piece of garbage. Mo, and that the art world is also like fake and pompous, and to get a real piece of art worth something, it takes a lot of money.
Art is only worth what some sucker is willing to pay for it. That's the bottom line.
Yeah,
it's pretty much anything in life.
I mean, in general, you should only collect shit that you like. Yes. Never think about what you're going to be able to turn it around and sell it. It's like you collect that shit. That's cool. Collect it for you, but don't think, I'm investing. Like the whole thing yesterday with Ralph, one to open, one to display, and one to whatever. That's fucking bullshit. You're always going to lose money doing that shit. Always.
Agreed. So here's JD with the annoying art collector. And honestly, this bitch's fucking voice is enough for all of you. I don't know.
Let me hear it again.
Shove them up your sphincter and never see them again. Message me if you want a Mr. Dangles page. Yes, I would, Mr.
I actually kind of do.
I kind of think I want anything that is Mr. Dangles related. Actually, you know who I really want? I want Papa Wrinkles to
from MS Paint
to make
dude, that
MS Paint.
His MS Paint game is amazing.
It is literally next level.
It is.
Next
He's
level, baby.
when it comes to that.
He's very artistic.
So, okay, annoying art collector. Here we go.
JD to a real art gallery.
Listen to this fucking
and what was the scam?
Well, there was no scam here. This was like just gallery hopping.
And then after that, he didn't find anything he liked. So I offered to paint him something.
Me and Mr. Judy gallery hopped one night and we filmed it.
He said no to my kind offer. So then I enlisted a buddy of mine, a comic, to pose as an artist.
All right. Let me hear JD at the Real Art Gallery.
We're going to turn you into an art collector, right, JD?
I mean, we'll see. I don't know.
Let's get you a little tequila. Yeah, so this is an artist. He's in his early 70s.
You like it? It's all right. I don't It's not speaking to me. As
Probably without the visual, it's probably tough.
You it's not speaking to you, douchebag.
They do give you a glass of champagne to try to loosen you up to get that wallet open.
You know what though? Her voice is still better than Jamie's on the show.
Rate the art from 1 to 10. Like a 7.
Probably better looking than Jamie on the show.
7. A 7 is 2 above a 5, and a 5 is something like a child would do. This man has been painting. He's like 72 years old, and you're going to give him a 7?
Oh, shut
Art is visual. This, as you guys said, this makes 0 sense.
It's on an audio podcast.
It makes absolute 0 sense. You know,
wait till next week when they have a mime on the show.
Blitt, great job, great bit.
Wait till tomorrow when they had the victory lap for this bit.
Yes,
even Howard sounded pissed. Even Howard sounded pissed off.
Yeah, let me see if Blitt has anything on his.
Gosh, I wish Mehmet would step in with this one
on his stupid gram. Interesting. Blitt hasn't posted anything. No. It was like 6 days ago, and it's still the.
This was the time to do it with this art.
Yeah, but this art thing was the same night as when they went to that what was the place they went to, the club that JD had no business being in.
The
that was the name of that club. Come on, Monique.
Soho House.
The Soho House. It's the same night as the Soho House.
A video of Blitt that I'm already hating, so I got to play it for you so that you.
Oh, thanks a lot. Thanks for sharing.
Well, I'm gonna.
Really?
Yes. No, I'm not gonna. So this is Blitt biking. I guess I don't know. I see palm trees. Sure, why not?
Blitt has too much free time. I mean, he should be working for the show day and night.
This is 2 weeks ago. And here's Blitt. Look at him.
So, Jesus.
Is that in the Hamptons? Where is that?
No,
palm trees.
That's Miami or something because of trees, palm trees.
Definitely down south. Thought you guys were working this week. Yeah, I guess not. Nope. Howard is at a destination wedding in Tulum. This is
content.
This is content. And the rest of it is just spent with him with JD doing bullshit stuff. That's what they do.
The only thing that would have made that video better is if it ended with suddenly an F-350 truck coming right at him, and then it gets
Here they are.
I don't know. This is not normal for me.
Tell me how the Howard Stern show is paying.
Shit. What? I think we're supposed to go down there.
For them to
I think we're supposed to go down that tunnel. This is kind of like, what's that?
In Paris. I mean, the ridiculousness of the entirety of their Paris trip is laughable. It almost disgusts me in a way.
Mo, Blitt's gonna have quite a reel when the Howard Stern show's done.
Oh my God, right?
I
mean, there'll be ones of people wanting to hire him.
Yeah.
And I should never laugh at someone's unemployment, but the fact that AI, by the time these guys are on the open market, AI will basically have taken 99.9% of all those jobs.
Yeah.
Leaving like that one talented dude.
You're giving AI too low credit. I mean, I can get a couple of chimpanzees to replace these.
Well, this is true, but here in town, all the sports stations which were like the last bastion of live people on the air have been getting rid of people left and right, man. It's just AI and sports gambling.
And I'm sure AI is funnier than the Howard Stern show right now.
Also. Oh, that goes without saying.
Yeah. I mean, hell.
Use AI to, click in Howard Stern and see all the things that were said about him for the day from every single aspect of social media.
Yeah.
Who needs JD? That fucking useless piece of shit. And
He's already useless.
Well. In JD's offense, you know who needs him? A man that doesn't know how a thermostat works.
That's true. And
a man that can't work YouTube TV.
That's right. And don't think we forgot Jonathan Blitt, where you said, I will still have a job at Sirius. That's how important I am.
He can clean toilets, I think.
The fact that Sirius might not even exist.
Yeah, they had a very good day today.
Did they?
No.
Okay. April Fools.
Yeah.
April Fools.
April Fools.
They had a typical day today.
Yeah.
Recorded this, but it just really annoys me when Blitt talks. Like I really just dislike him almost as much as I dislike JD, if that's even humanly possible. But he thinks he's very, very like astute, sophisticado, French-speaking Canadian dude who's, very much man about town and, the world's most interesting man. And he says dick shit like this.
Wow. I got to do some.
We should have a vernissage at your place.
We should have a vernissage at your place.
Some people to see.
Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. It's like, why don't we have a party at your house and everyone can look at the art? I don't need people coming over.
We should have a vernissage at your house. Go fuck yourself, Blitt. You know what? You think for some bizarre reason that you're better than everybody, but in reality, you're just this stupid fucking loser.
Well, there is one thing.
Human being who has nothing in his life. Absolutely nothing. What are you, 45? 48? You have nothing in your
Yes,
fucking...
he does. He obviously has family money and he won't be living under an overpass. So there's that.
But I feel like he's another one of those people that uses all of his money to make himself self-important and famous and popular within the Stern Show confines,
True.
Like I think that's what he thinks his role is in this world, to be like very, very sophisticated man about town.
Yes.
And you're just a fucking dick.
You know what the first clue is that he is an untalented twit is the fact that he's working on the Howard Stern show. If he had any sort of talent or any sort of whatever, he wouldn't be at some dead end fucking no talent position on the Stern show.
Here it is.
Yeah,
Blitt is JD without the Down syndrome.
Yeah, and
there you go.
Because Blitt in the hierarchy of people in that organization is not high up there. He's just one of those, not ready for primetime player kind of.
Mo, he's no different than Brenton or Shuley. He's just talks.
Yeah,
he is Shuley without the plaque psoriasis.
And JD doesn't live anywhere near Manhattan. No one's going to his house, right? I mean,
no.
Nobody's going to.
Okay, they're going to have an art show there, right?
Nobody's.
Good for him. Good for him.
All right.
Everybody should go.
So Howard's gearing up for his Elton John interview. And even though apparently Elton John's been on before, which I don't even remember, nor
twice.
Twice. But I don't remember Howard ever going like in depth with this guy, right?
He did. Last time he was on, he did.
How long ago was that?
Oh, it was like 20.
And Howard used to play that Elton sung a song for Howard. You remember?
Yeah, that was when Jackie was there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, saying both times for less than 40 minutes, I think. Yeah, well, the interesting thing is because he's coming in with Brandi Carlile, he's going to have to give equal time to Brandi.
No, he isn't. No, he isn't.
He has definitely shot his load with Brandi Carlile.
Brandi Carlile will get to talk for about 10 minutes, and then the rest is going to be Elton John. I mean, literally, she's going to be, is there anything new? Okay, great. Hey, Elton, so can you tell me about when you started playing piano when you were like 6?
Exactly.
I know we're going to hear again. Oh, I live on a farm with the band, my musicians. Like, no one cares.
This is what he wants to know.
Do you think that they
genius? How can you criticize Paul McCartney? I'm watching a documentary now on Elton John, which is really good. It's on.
The only reason he's watching it is because he's trying to get into his brain.
And I want to say Amazon Prime. I hope I'm right, but it's so good. And just his whole process and how he worked with Bernie Taupin. So crazy, his process. He would get lyrics from Bernie Taupin, and you see him with the lyrics. Bernie would write them out in longhand, like it wasn't even on a computer or a typewriter or anything. And
wow,
that was 1970s, you moron.
Yeah, Elton John fans know this.
Go through the various notes that Bernie Taupin wrote, and he'd say, "Oh, this one looks good. This is about Bernie's girlfriend." Boom. Next thing he's writing Tiny Dancer. It's
Amazing. Wow, that's amazing.
Wow.
So, yeah, Bernie Taupin's whole reason for existing was to write lyrics. That's what he did. So
that was his job.
That's his job.
It was his job.
And so
do you think that they'll bond over their equal use of manufactured hair pieces? Because Elton's got like the fucking the
Elton
Shatner
owns up to it at least.
He's got the Shatner 2000 on that fucking head.
Yeah. Isn't he losing his eyesight or something, or is he?
Yeah, we talked about. Yeah, he's going blind supposedly.
Yeah. Okay, so then, God, I hated this call. This call comes through from some guy named Colin, which is
Colin on the 38th floor.
That's his son-in-law's name. So it's interesting that his name is Colin. And there was such a stupid call and it's so set up and so fake. And that's the only reason I recorded it. So here we go.
Colin in Illinois. Hey, Colin.
Hey now.
Mm-hmm.
How you doing, Howard?
Right.
So I called because I'm in a bit of a predicament.
What is it?
I've been going through a divorce for about 2 years now. And it's finally coming to an end. So I was like, let's see what's going on. So I matched with this girl on one of the apps, and I'm 29, and I'm supposed to go out to dinner with her Friday, and it's pretty...
Wow. Now the story gets so much more insignificantly, unimportantly worse.
This is horrible.
Looking pretty good that things could happen, but I'm nervous because I had a call.
Because why?
Call with her, and like she seems very interesting. She seems like she's 20, and I don't know what I should do. It'd be nice to get back out there, but then again, I don't want to get myself mixed up in a sticky situation.
What?
What?
Huh?
What?
What?
Could they come up with a better fake call?
No.
I mean, seriously, could you at least have tried? Fucking try at least.
Effort, come on, man.
Christ. I mean, all right. I don't understand what even the premise is. This is obviously written by like Wilding, somebody that's never been with a girl.
There's nothing.
I agree.
He's 29. He's been going through a divorce for 2 years. That makes him 27 when he was starting his divorce. So, which means that what could he have been married for? 3 years? 2
Exactly.
years? And now he's freaking out because a 20-year-old wants to date him. So
I don't know what the freaking out is. I don't even understand that.
But so, yeah, it was.
I don't even grasp the issue here. There is no issue here.
Dude, this is so bad. This is like deploying one of those drag car parachutes on a soapbox fucking car. It seems kind of.
It's actually made the show go backwards. It was so bad.
Exactly.
It was so bad.
Dude, this is so fucking bad. I mean, the show sucks, and then let's completely kill whatever inertia we have by having a fake fucking call about it.
It's horrible. It's horrible. Okay, so then moving on. So then they start talking about Oprah, and Oprah apparently had a menopause show yesterday.
Yeah, and we were treated. It was amazing. He set this whole thing up.
Yeah,
and then you just knew he was going to start playing clips, and it's like, who's this for? Like, literally, who is this for?
Very important to Beth, Dennis. That's why.
But Beefus wasn't even there. That's the part that was and
that JD is sitting on a menopause discussion with Howard and Robin.
Yes, JD is there. Beefus, and Flo hasn't visited Beefus in a long time.
And Flo has not visited from Red Bank. Yes, this is exactly right.
I mean, there's nothing going on there.
However, it's so fucking funny that he must have said Beth is stoic like 3 or 4 times. Beth is
easily 3 or 4 times.
She is so oh god,
stoic.
Stoic. She's going through hot flashes and not being able to sleep and getting really bad periods and then not getting it at all. And oh my god, feel for her, feel her pain.
It's all about him, Ed.
That's right. It's all about him.
Yes.
Ed. So let's listen to a little bit of Beth being stoic. Here we go. I hate everything about these clips.
Beth's pretty stoic, Like I've seen her, break her ankle and then put on high heels. I'm not
and
kidding.
go out, yeah.
And go out and crazy.
Break her
ankle.
Ankles. Yes, that's what he said.
High heels. Sorry. That's not actually sense. So
but you're not Beth. You don't understand.
Well, honestly, somebody should have just shot her and put her out of her fucking misery.
Frau Blucher.
And Dennis, bless his heart, all this time has been trying to find the picture that we
can't find it. It is gone.
Let me
Beth
check.
in the ER with her baby lambskin dress on the day of
it has been scrubbed.
Gary's father's funeral, and she couldn't make it because she had broken her. She didn't break her ankle. She sprained her ankle. She didn't break
allegedly sprained her ankle walking down the stairs.
Yes,
I think a cat tripped it.
Right. That's right. Here we go.
Stuff or like break her toe and then just walk around on. She doesn't care.
So breaking your toe is actually quite normal for women, as most women know. As most women who wear heels or boots or shoes knows that an average woman, I think, breaks one of her toes or a bone in her foot at least like 3 to 5 times in her lifetime. And it's a common occurrence, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's just, hey, it's a little painful. It's a small bone. It breaks, and then it heals, and then you just kind of move forward. But Beth is fucking stoic. Beth is stoic. So I'm sorry.
Crazy stuff or like break her toe and then, just walk around on, she doesn't care.
You told me even when she was a kid and she was playing basketball and somebody knocked her tooth out and she just shoved it back in.
Well, her father was what do you call that? A surgeon, not a dentist. He wasn't a dentist? No, he was an MD. He was a
No, actually.
What happened?
Actually, he was a felon.
Yeah.
There it is.
There we are.
Actually, correction, he's still a felon.
Oh, that's right. He's a felon. He's not a doctor. He's a felon. There's a big difference.
Beth looks in total pain in that photo. Oh, man.
Absolutely. Just
look at her face.
For Bridgehampton Polo Club, Mercedes-Benz Polo Challenge, August 12th, 2006. Yes, she was.
That's right.
She was on her crutches and everything. Sorry.
I got my crutches.
Sorry, I can't come to your daddy's death.
I can't go to the funeral. There's no one famous there. I'm going to go polo.
I gotta go polo.
The guy who reconstructs jaws and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, yes, I hear he is trying
and bills Medicaid 3 times.
Right, it's trying to help us understand who exactly Beth's dad is, for those of you who don't know.
Okay, like a facial surgeon or a plastic surgeon?
I don't know. I know something. I forget. But anyway.
Keep asking questions, Robin.
She is. She's going to continue asking questions.
Oh, good. She didn't get the memo.
She's mentally deficient.
No, she didn't get the memo.
Gets the memo saying it's an oral surgeon, you dumb fuck.
He was an oral surgeon. That's the word I'm searching for. Oral surgeon.
Okay.
So, yeah. Anyway. So she's pretty stoic.
You mean an oral surgeon like a dentist who takes teeth out, or
like a medical doctor? Like a medical doctor they're not dentists, they're oral surgeons.
Or in his case, felons.
I guess she doesn't know he's a felon.
Let's say you're in a motorcycle accident and you crash and your fucking jaws like half hanging off, like they'll reattach and stuff like that. I don't know. I mean, that's what they do.
Or if you have wisdom teeth taken out.
It's insulting to call an oral surgeon a dentist.
It's insulting.
Stuff like that. I don't know. I mean, that's
it's
what they
insulting.
do.
Okay.
I think it's insulting to call an oral surgeon a dentist.
Well, if he's I've never oral surgery is usually a dental thing.
No. Well, it takes place in your mouth.
Wow. So, yeah. All right.
AARP radio, baby.
Just in case none of you knew this, because some of you may know this and some of you may not, a former oral surgeon from Fox Chapel was sentenced in federal court last week to 3 years of probation for healthcare fraud. Robert F. Ostrowski, aka Beth's dad, 60, was a licensed oral surgeon who created a false claim for payment for extensive oral surgery procedures which he did not perform in order to receive $8,600 from Nationwide Mutual Insurance. In addition to the probation term, Senior U.S. District Judge Gustav Diamond also sentenced Ostrowski to 6 months of home detention. He had a fucking ankle bracelet on. And ordered him to pay a $10,000 fine and perform 200 hours of community service. So not only did he lose his license, and by the way, I don't care what anybody says, he got busted for this one, but it's not the only time.
Well, no. That's why he did the plea deal. Because they probably had a ton of them, and they're like, okay, you do this, or we go for the enchilada.
That's right. That's right.
That's what they do to them. I mean, they literally go, okay, you either plea or we'll just hammer you.
And you lose your license. That's it.
Or you're going to lose your license either way, but you may spend years in jail.
Right.
Or you get 6 months at home.
Should he have probably been sent to jail?
You know what? If they would have dug deeper, if they would have
sent him to jail.
There probably was hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Well, keep in mind, you don't go to jail if you got enough money. I guarantee you, this guy grifted enough money that this is the one time he got caught.
I don't know.
But plenty to pay for a freaking lawyer.
But maybe Howard helped out with some payments.
But the problem is, this is a federal crime, and I don't care how. A lot of times, it doesn't matter how much money you have. If you do a big enough federal crime, they will send your ass to a federal pen, even for a year or two.
If this said $100,000 from Nationwide Mutual,
that's a federal pen.
They probably would have gone to jail. But like you're saying, and I agree with you completely, not only is this probably not the only time he's done this, because nobody just does this once. They just don't,
No, criminals always go back to the well.
He's a career criminal.
He's a career criminal.
I mean, do you have any idea how many times Mr. Dangles got reported as an employee during the whole COVID checks employee thing?
It was a lot.
Yeah.
So it might be an insult to oral surgeons to be called dentists, but it's not really an insult to call your father-in-law an absolute felon and a fucking fraud who had to have a ankle monitor on. So wow on you. Go fuck yourself. All right, let's move on. JD. Okay, so that went back to Monique. I sent you another picture. Okay.
Cool.
Hold on. On my way. But
Mo, quick question. Do you think Robin ever heard about his crimes?
No, I don't.
Even if she did, by now she's forgotten.
Here I am in my boot.
Look at I'm injured. I still have to go out and I still have to pose.
And you can still see my ribs. Don't forget. I'm
so
small. I'm so small. You can see my ribs.
Look at me. I'm relaxing on the ground by my pool.
Concrete.
Right on the concrete blocks.
Sure, because why not?
Taking care of cats is hard.
It's so hard. It's such a hard.
Thank you for sending that to me, by the way. Appreciate it. Let's save that somewhere. I'm going to actually forward it. I'm going to forward it to Dennis so that it's the archive. The archives for forever.
Lock that in Mr. Puzzle's archives. So
yeah. Exactly.
No, Mrs. Puzzle. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's Ms. Puzzle.
Ms. Puzzle.
Ms. Puzzle.
Ms. Puzzle. All right, let's move on. JD. All right. So they go back to the
Oprah.
menopause thing, which apparently is like a big thing for. I don't even know what channel this was on. I have no idea.
Oprah. No, that's.
I didn't see any promotion on it, and nobody cared.
This is kind of messed up. Like, how is this on the radar for anyone? When I heard Dick about this, I've heard nothing about this. And I hear about everything that gets. I know. Same. So it was on Monday on ABC, which means that now that The Bachelor is over, this was the replacement thing. And because those two
nudniks watch The Bachelor all the time. They probably even sit through the fucking commercials because they don't know how to fast forward, nor they know how to tape it because they're idiots. And I'm sure that they were like promotions for like Oprah doing this. So yeah, here's JD talking about Oprah, and then we'll go to Oprah.
Poor Oprah. You think her life's perfect?
A poor Oprah.
She was sleeping for 2 years.
And she can afford any doctor. She couldn't find a good one. This is
right. That's right. Oprah couldn't find a good doctor.
So
only Robin can find good doctors.
Wait, as I commented on RadioGunk.com /forums / Howard Stern forums, that once again, Blobbin going there and attacking medicine like she's been doing when she almost died from having a grapefruit inside of her friggin' uterus.
That's right.
That almost killed her. Because she didn't want to talk to, a doctor. She got magnets behind her ears and took coffee up her ass instead.
Anything not to have surgery.
Yeah, well, you got a point there.
She looked good last night, by the way, too.
Oof, no kidding. Was she dry or she moist?
No,
she dry.
She was wearing a silver
JD
dress.
Is interested.
Yeah, JD, you would bang Oprah, right? You would
Are
bang
you
Oprah.
serious? Come on.
Yeah.
Wow, that'd be such a great thing if you could get Oprah.
Why not? Yeah.
Oh, would that be great?
Honestly, she looks like RuPaul.
I mean, her boobs were out. I mean, not like cleavage, but like it was very tight. It was very form fitting, and it was a nice form. She's got a nice form.
All right, she looked like an Italian sausage,
and she's wearing Spanx.
Of course she is.
Those things are screaming for mercy.
Yeah, bro.
Not like that 6-head.
Yeah, I mean, it literally. No, there's nothing attractive going on there. I'm sorry.
She can afford those Spanx made out of Kevlar.
They have to be to not explode.
Exactly.
Wow.
You know what? In all seriousness, Oprah is one of the biggest piece of shits that's ever walked. I mean, she bamboozled all these fat broads into that Weight Watchers shit.
Yes.
And then it turned out she wasn't. She didn't at the end. Well, she's using that Ozempic instead. What a piece of shit. And then they bought her out for hundreds of millions of dollars or whatever the fuck it was. I mean, she is a complete piece of garbage.
Amazingly and miraculously, she still has all these bored housewives, just like fast by her.
The housefrows, they're all about it.
X, in your opinion, is she worse than Howard, on the same level as Howard?
Dude, it's a different kind of shitty. And you know what? And I'll put Robin in Oprah's basket because remember, she was pushing that fucking voodoo fucking diet in the vegetation. Wait, the vegetation of Robin. Remember?
Yes.
When she knew she was still fucking dying of fucking cancer, and she was doing that shit just to make a quick fucking buck. That's despicable. Because if you ever had anybody in your family or friends that have had cancer, the first thing they do, they go on the internet, they start Googling shit because they start grasping at straws when people have been diagnosed with cancer. And people like Robin were just trying to take advantage of those people. That's fucking disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I didn't mean
her.
I was curious.
I love the vegetation of Robin. I don't know. I know we've kind of reviewed this a little bit, but she is so fucking self-important and so.
Yes.
But
you want me to read it like Jackie?
Oh my God! You want?
Last May, I underwent a 12-hour surgery for a grapefruit-sized mass, which had taken up residence in my pelvis. That meant I had, therefore, half a day. My insides were pulled out, poked at, rearranged, and put back together again. Not your typical routine procedure. So self-important.
Right. So after all that, do you want to know what ultimately saved my life? My health.
Modern medicine.
Sure. The brilliant team of doctors and nurses deserve some credit.
What a piece of shit.
I hadn't dedicated the past 10 years to changing my life completely.
No.
Ending to this story, I would have been struggling to recover in a rehabilitation center instead of going for walks near my shore house. I would have felt isolated and maybe even depressed instead of laughing with friends and doing the
laughing with friends.
This is so
I would
contrived,
find
bro.
myself to being a patient instead of a person, or I wouldn't even be alive.
No.
Consider the shape I was in at 49 years old. I'd been limping for 8 months because of knee injury. My shoulder pain would wake me up in the middle of the night.
Oh, stop it. This is
vertebrae, and so went the list. I barely had any feeling in my right arm, my fingers.
Can I go back to reading it?
And my circulation was so bad that I didn't even register on the heat screen at the bank. I wrote it off as getting old. I was on pills that made me bloated, tired, and crazy for sugar. And because my electrolyte balance was completely thrown off, I couldn't even walk without my muscles cramping. I figured, well, this is what pills do, right? Then I'd spend all my time working and sleeping because I didn't have the energy to do anything else. So when I was invited to a wedding in Los Angeles, I didn't know if I'd even fit in the seat or in the bathroom, much less be able to enjoy myself. I'd luckily gotten to LA.
All right, enough.
Stop.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, enough, please. Enough.
Yes.
Enough.
She's just so full of herself.
She still is. She still thinks she actually is important when she's just a laugh track and a human shield.
I literally could read this whole thing to you because it's just such.
I'd rather read it.
Please don't.
No, I know. I'm not. We're gonna. Wow. All right. So speaking of Robin, here's Robin commenting on somebody's healthy marriage because she knows.
Yeah, she's very good at marriage.
And it's got to be very sensual, and then the mood's got
this woman calls in all the time, by the way.
to be right. Then the
Marge.
option is if I'm not feeling like I don't want to have anything to do with sex, I'll just blow him or I'll give him a hand job.
Nice.
Nice.
You're my kind of girl, Helen. I'll tell you, I love
That's
you.
a healthy marriage. They're taking care of each other.
Oh, like you would know anything about a fucking healthy marriage, you fucking piece of shit.
She doesn't know about a healthy relationship.
Her last relationship.
Anybody.
Her last relationship was that comedian, right? I forgot his name.
Greg Gas, whatever.
No.
No, wasn't Greg Gas.
Oh, Nick DiPaolo, right?
Yeah. The fifth time?
Oh, they're all the same dude.
Jim Florentine. That's who
Jim
she
Florentine.
They're all the same.
Okay.
The killers of comedy.
All right. So let's get into this for a hot minute. Yeah, you would think that Howard and Robin just discovered Blink 182. And
they did. They literally just discovered them like all the other 90s bands they just discovered.
So he comes out of a horrible, very, very long
yes, a break that had 5 minutes of commercials and 5 minutes of just pure filler.
Yeah, it was just horrible. So
do you think that Third Eye Blind just on waiting by the phone right now?
Oh, absolutely.
And Offspring, yeah.
Matchbook 20 had got notification. He may actually start talking about them.
Yes.
So they thought it was profound that they just realized the lyrics to a Blink 182 song that is actually called Stay Together for the Kids. And they didn't understand the lyrics to it, even though everybody knows what the fucking song is about, except
for Howard, of course.
That's exactly right. So let's hear it. By the way, full disclosure, I love Blink 182.
I tolerate them.
Okay. I love Angels and Airwaves more, but I love fucking Blink 182.
Hated it.
I hate it so much.
What a beautiful song.
Beautiful.
Oh my goodness, I'm just realizing how poignant this is.
Really?
Yeah, great song. Gives me
chills.
One of the things he says, if there was a poem that would fix this family, I'd read it every day.
Wow, poignant.
She's reading the script, and she can't even disguise that she's reading a script because she's like reads the lyrics that are written down in front of her for the song.
This is so pate.
Mo, they have an incredible live album, official live album, if you care.
I know, and they're going on tour, and I don't think I'm going to be able to see them.
Oh, bro. Anything with Travis, what's his face in it is like, forget it.
I think
that guy's such a douche nozzle.
Raspberry, Judy. And
the See Here Now festival?
Yes, exactly. Is that something we're interested in?
I'm not.
It's in the sand. I don't know.
No. Let's see who's there.
I'd rather watch people play with
You're into a band with Travis Barker, who Satan himself wouldn't take. He even survived that plane crash because hell didn't want him. He's so fucking annoying.
All right, let's see who we got. Hosier is on Saturday with LCD Sound System, Alabama Shakes, ZZ Top. It's so funny that ZZ Top would get like fourth billing.
But there's only like one member left.
Yes, UB40, De La Soul, blah, 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 blah. Okay, and then the next day, Blink 182, Lenny Kravitz, Sublime. Can we do this? September 14th. TV on radio. I love them. I love Fantagram. Oh my God, I totally would do this. What day is that, though? 14th. Yeah, I'm going away.
Weekend. I'm actually at a car show that weekend.
I'm going away not too far after that time period, but I would absolutely go see that.
There's another concert. We'll have a huge gunk meetup. Everyone's invited.
Let's do it. Oh my God, let's do it.
Everybody in the chat, everybody.
I'm at a giant car show.
Let's do. Okay, you. Let's do it, you guys.
I have a feeling I'm going to be doing a gunk in the night about when Monique disappeared.
Yeah,
and was never seen again.
Yeah, I agree.
And they only use like Ring video footage of the car she was shoved in and whisked away.
September 14th.
Let's maybe say no to this.
Oh, I want to go.
You ever hang around the gymnasium?
Hey, any of you guys, if you want to go, I will definitely do the Sunday. Stay overnight and do the Sunday thing. I would do that for sure. I would go to the car show, says Michael. Yeah, sure. Of course. Fuck you all. All right. Well, if anybody's interested in going, I'm thinking of going. I'm sure Jill will be there.
Oh, somebody stepping a duck.
So then we had some victory lapping, and let's do some dishwasher victory lapping. There was some high pitch victory lapping because people couldn't believe that that's his voice.
Because it isn't.
Because it isn't. Looky, Fatty Arbuckle is on Sunday. Yes, exactly. Yes, at the Jersey Shore. It's in Asbury Park. That's close Jersey Shore. That's not even real Jersey Shore. That's like right outside of Staten Island, for fuck's sake.
No, it's not that close. I mean, I used to go there. I used to go there all the time, but it's not that close.
It's not Avalon. It's not.
I've always wanted to see a show at the Stone Pony. I've never seen that.
So come with me to Asbury Park on September 14th.
Jackie, have you been to the Stone Pony?
Yeah, I think so. Very long time ago.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't been in New York since 2000. So, hell if I remember.
You're missing it.
Yeah, you're missing out on something good.
I am?
No. So dishwasher victory.
That's what I thought.
I, too, was a dishwasher, Howard, during a seasonal job, and I agree. It is very satisfying work. This was during
Okay, yeah. And now tell me which one of these letters was written by Chris Wilding.
my break from practicing law. I consider dishwasher.
Oh, by the way, the app was horrible today. It was stuttering.
Oh, no. Don't just blame the app. My satellite, and I did respond to you. My satellite literally just would go silent, and it wouldn't even. There was no drop in signal. It just went silent.
Yes,
it's them. It was whatever feed he had.
He was dropping things, but it wasn't.
No, it was whatever feed he had to Sirius stopped working right.
Yes,
as their stock plummeted today.
Washing in a restaurant to be no different from practicing law. I was cleaning up other people's messes and waste.
Oh, right. Practicing law.
Sure. Yeah, lawyers.
True.
Yeah. Go wash dishes.
This one is violent.
Listen to this one.
Fuck you, my man. It starts out. Seriously. Can someone with a spine just fire Mehmet already? He's an antagonistic, contrarian, pseudo-independent thinker whose transparent resentment of Howard just screams, I'm an insecure bitch.
All right.
Gee, that sounds like that was written by a homosexual man.
All right, Chris.
Or Jason. Or Jason.
No, that's Chris Wilding. When he said bitch, that literally that sealed it right there.
It gave it away.
That gave it away.
Uses the word bitch.
Yeah.
And in discussion. 2 more clips. Okay, so we got a little bit, 3 more clips. Sorry, we got a little Sour Shoes update from them after, of course, we played the Sour Shoes slightly chunky playing in some bodega.
And you know what's so funny?
Caller and whack.
They didn't play that clip, which is so weird.
I know, which is so weird.
I was waiting for them to play it. I'm like, you're not playing that. Wow, that's kind of strange.
They did not. Apparently, so I guess every guy there who is a director or a producer or a creator is assigned one backpacker.
Yes, and this one is, of course, our favorite, Derek.
Ugh, Derek. Yeah. All right.
Dr. Sour Shoes has been laying low for the last couple of years. But for some reason, and I have no explanation for this, he was recently reactivated. Oh. But he doesn't call the show. He just sends the staff messages. I have a couple of them. Seems to generally just scream about food. And by the way, I saw a picture of him. My boy's gotten very heavy.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Wait, Robin's saying, oh, no?
Original Sour Shoes.
Really?
Yeah, well, he's consumed with food. He's screaming about food. He impersonates Jackie the Joke Man, George Takei, and Gary while splashing in his pool, which I know what you're saying. He lives in New York. It's wintertime, but he seems to go in an outdoor pool in the winter.
All year round?
Yeah, absolutely. They're not allowed to mention Reddit. That's exactly where we saw it. And they are not allowed to mention Reddit. Don't you remember there was an edict that came down? They're not even allowed to go on Reddit, let alone mention it. Here's a little sour just for fun. Yes, he did get really fat. Where's my Sour Shoes? Hold on. I'll bring it up for you guys just so you can. Give me 1 second. Okay. Sour Shoes. Hold on, I have it right here, my friends. So here's your holiday. Show results. Past month. Past week.
Past year. Past 6 hours.
Past month. Here we go. Hang on. Let me get it up for you guys. Give me a second. Let me get it up.
No problem.
Felt so right. Never felt so good. Never felt so right. Sean, we were rolling like the metal on the edge of the night, and now our bodies are held so close and tight, Sean.
Oh, there's an inside bitch. Wait,
it never felt so good, Sean. It never felt so right.
Wasn't it amazing? Whoa, it was the metal on the edge of the night. Blowing like the metal to the bottom of the night. Come on. Holy cow, we got a real breakfast.
What's it gonna be, John? What's it gonna be, John? Yes?
Oh, Susan, let me sleep on it. No. Susan, let me sleep on it. Whoa, is that
Sean, I'll give you an answer in the morning.
Oh, Susan, let me sleep on it. Whoa.
What is he doing there? What is he doing?
He is literally just entertaining people.
He looks like George the Animal Steel.
Yeah. He does, doesn't he? Is he gonna bite? Is he gonna bite the turnbuckle?
That's why, John, I love you till the end of time. And now I'm praying for the end of time. Hurry up, man! It's Jordan. If I can spend another minute with you, Susan, I don't know if I can survive.
So suffice it to say, that's sour.
So you know what? What is amazing about that is that he not only is playing the song, he's not only singing the lyrics to the song in tune, but he is doing voices of other people and changing the voices, going back and forth. That is literally another level of.
He's brilliant.
of brilliance.
He's
seriously.
So here's some sour from the show today.
The lobster that got hurt the other night at the seafood disco. He pulled a muscle.
Baba Booey. Baba Booey.
Because Gary's unbelievable.
First of all rock stars want to be comedians. All comedians want to be rock stars. I just want to pedal back for a second. On wrap up the other day, we're talking about eating more vegetables, and Mare cooked me up some Brussels sprouts the other night. Sprinkled some Parmesan cheese on it just to entice me. I wasn't having it. Baba Booey. Baba Booey.
I mean, it's a dead-on impression.
Yeah, you're just so jealous that you can't rein him in. You can't harness the sour shit.
Well, he came in there and he kind of said a couple of things that were off color because the Stern Show is, doesn't do that stuff anymore.
He needs a manager. He needs a manager like Beetlejuice's manager or something.
Then he would definitely never be on the show. Beetlejuice's manager said, "Get away from these clowns," and he did. It's been on the show in years now.
Anybody want to see a really freaky video of high pitch? I was just on Reddit and just hang on.
Isn't that one of those things in Easter Island?
Hey, Scott, it's High Pitch. I heard your youngest daughter's going away to college soon, and you're very depressed about it. So I want to ask you, I think it would be awesome if I offered to move in so your house does.
Wow.
Jesus, wrapped. No.
It's Eric, High Pitch. You're turning 40 and you drink way too fucking much. And you also swore off buffalo wing sauce. Happy birthday and less partying, you fuck. And thank you for being a fan. This is like some nightmare fuel right there. When in high school they teach you how to draw people and they tell you that the eyes are the exact center of part of the head. Yes. On him, it's like he's got no like brain pan. It's just like eyes. His eyes are literally on the top of his head.
He literally looks like the dwarfs in the new Snow White.
Yeah. Why hasn't he been hired for a horror movie yet as like a killer?
I just don't do that. I do better on Cameo.
Knock knock.
and to think,
do my voice
what I want to,
and to think that Mo did a hard pass on him.
Yeah.
Oh, you could have interviewed.
I seem like a serial killer.
No, you could have interviewed.
There was one night where we went over to the Casey show.
Oh, right.
High Pitch was on, and man, Eric was smitten.
Oh my God, he was all over my shit. That was kind of crazy.
Didn't he ask you out or something?
No, he just slid into my DMs on Instagram. And
I slid into your DM.
Hello. We should ask for a copy of that video because the second we popped in and he saw Mo, he was like, "Oh, who's that?"
Well, remember that was actually an interesting recording because he told us about all the drugs he was on. Remember?
Yes, that list of drugs.
Of pills.
Like, legitimately. All of a sudden he was like a licensed pharmacist.
I mean,
he knew every fucking
my Publix stocks less drugs than that place.
Ooh, yeah.
I thought he only loves Donnie.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
And only that, I mean, when he told us when he was
I'm only gay
we were all like, how is this guy still alive?
You know who my new one is? My new slid into my DMs man is?
Who?
Speech impediment man, whose voice is just delicious. We should actually have him on the show because he thinks he's a comedian, and so he does like some comedy. And I think that would actually be a fun, like, have him sit in and let him. Should we do it?
Absolutely. Why not?
Yeah. It would be really fun. Yes, that's right, G Canada. Maybe High Pitch can teach Monique how to market her feed properly. Yes, that's actually.
I think for me, my personal highlight was going in and talking to Mr. Whiskers just to see the confused look on his fucking face.
Yes.
At one point, is Mr. Whiskers talking to freaking high pitch Eric?
That was so fucking funny. We still have
we had the attention of dolphins for thousands of miles.
Yes.
Delicious. All right, so here's all right, so everybody's saying that we should just definitely have speech impediment man on. So
yes.
Yeah, he said, well, let me see what he said to me. Let me go look on my stupid gram and I'll tell you.
Well, I wonder when the last time he was on the show, on the Howard Stern show.
Good question. I don't know. Let me go into my I don't know how to see. I suck with Instagram because I'm not really sure how to ever actually look at people's comments and stuff like that. I'm not necessarily sure how to do that, to be honest with you.
Well, we have something to do tomorrow now.
Yeah. I'll do that. Yeah, no. Yes, and I know I saw you. I saw you.
I saw you.
Don't think I. Yes, Farmer Justin. It sounds exactly like you sliding into my DMs. You fuck.
Here we go. Here's a big one, Mr. Methane.
No, thank you.
I can skip on that one. All right, let's do end the show. Here we go.
Well, in any case, we did try to hire him, and we even went as far as to build like a whole sour studio in the green room.
Sure.
And
I went to his house one time and we installed an ISDN line back in the day. And that, he could never get it to work. He'd call Richie Balinson and be driving him crazy, going out trying to fix the wires on the side of the house.
Oh God, dude.
We tried.
We can't even get him to.
By the way, Richie is actually somebody I know from that show. And he was actually the one who sent me. I probably can't talk about it.
Call into the show. We get, which is still nice. But I wish he would call in.
Well,
Derek the Bagger.
Everybody.
Thank you.
There's your update. And that's your fan mail, and that's your show. And we'll be back tomorrow, Robin, with much more. All right. And that's that. Bye, everybody.
2 hours, 45 minutes. 2 hours, 45 minutes of show.
45 minutes.
Wouldn't it be great if Sour Shoe just told them, hey, I evolved? Being on their show.
Man said to me, still doing stand-up comedy. Hopefully Grillo comes out here to LA for a book signing. If I can do your podcast sometime, let me know. And so yeah, let's do it. I'll set that up.
Please. Pretty please. Sugar on top.
Yes. That'll be fun. All right. So in the news go round in the world. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I just needed to show everybody
Is
that.
This a New York Post?
Well, I'm not sure if you knew this or not, but Lena Dunham, who we haven't seen in a long time.
Why did she get what?
She came out of hiding to
isn't hibernation over?
Yes. She came out of hiding. The outing comes after Dunham admitted that she stepped back from acting over body shaming comments. So she, I guess, was a little upset that people were giving her
because she's a fatter Dom DeLuise.
Yes, I think
fatter and less talented Dom DeLuise.
Yeah, well, that goes without saying.
I think that's exactly what I mean.
She has a shape.
She's like a manatee. I see them floating in the boat basin over here. I'm sure she has like some boat scars on her back.
The thing is, hey, you know what though? She's ugly inside and out. So,
but look at her.
Well, the thing is, she actually had a decent personality. It wouldn't be so bad, but she's just a really horrible human being. I mean, seriously, she is a horrible human being. And just you just have to show it on the outside.
How old do you guys think she is? I just looked it up.
40. God, okay. 40?
38.
Oh,
no.
We're close. We're close.
See now, this is a perfect Jabba no wanna. This is perfect example of somebody who could fix themselves if they wanted to, but she wears the crown of victimhood.
Yes, exactly.
She wears the crown of victimization.
Is that like a knitted top?
See, for a moment, I thought this was dirt around her neck folds, but it's actually a chain. That's why I was trying to
You know, her second chin is actually not so bad.
Yeah, and I thought that hair was actually coming out of her chin, but that's actually just parts of the wispiness that she thought was a good look. See, now I too have my hair in a high bun on top of my head. See, like a normal girl without weird bobby pins and shit going through and wispy tendrils flanking my delicious triple chin look. Brutal. Yeah. Okay. So there you go. So there's Lena Dunham, and
why?
Stop.
That's not her thinness.
Dude, come on.
All right, come on. I'm not trying to discuss you.
Oh God, I almost threw up.
Well, you don't have to try. You did.
Just trying.
I got a little sick.
Just trying to share. Okay, so something else I wanted to share. So this was sent to me today by one of our dudes. And it's from a guy named Lionel Nation. I don't know who they are.
Oh, Lionel. Oh, yeah. He had a radio show that used to be on AM here in Tampa.
Really?
Yes.
Lionel. Okay. So he did an article called King of Cringe. Howard Stern begs for relevance while celebs ghost him in the Hamptons. Now, I'm not necessarily sure how much he knows about people ghosting him and whatever.
Lionel's pretty much in the know.
Okay. Well, what does he know about Howard, though? But okay, let's play a little bit of it. I queued it up just a snurch. So let's hear some of this.
Over. Today, Howard isn't the king of all media. He's the fossilized
Oh, come on.
of a revolution he abandoned. He's a museum piece trapped in his multi-million-dollar bubble, still pretending he's the outsider, still pretending that shtick still applies, while rubbing elbows with the exact elitist schmucks he used to mock. And his recent whining, oh my God, his whining about celebrity guests in the Hamptons. What? First of all, when I hear the word Hampton, you don't know what happens to me. I kind of as a dentilliquist, Hampton. Kind of a Thurston Howell thing. They think they are so. Are you going to the Hamptons? Our house in the Hamptons. The hell with the Hamptons. Anyway, he's now feeling that he's not as what do I say, as welcome, you know. And a lot of folks are detailing this, and the fact is, it's not that he's tone deaf. He's pathetically out of touch, and a lot of various tabloids and the like have talked about him.
So yeah, so it's a good listen. It's called King of Cringe. Howard Stern begs for relevance while celebs ghost him in the Hamptons by Lionel Nation. So
can we sue him?
Can we sue him? Right.
For he just basically said what we've been regurgitating now for how many years?
Exactly. Preach.
Wait. All right. I'm trying to. My mind is a little wonky. They cut Robin's accidental slip about he who should not be named.
Say that again.
I have it down in the laundry room and posted it. Something. I'm trying to remember what Robin said about who it was about somebody that's been rounded. I'm trying to figure out.
I don't know where you're coming from. Okay, they cut the Robin's accidental slip about he who must not be named. What are you saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to remember today. Oh, that's right. Yes, when he brought up Trump. That's right. She brought up Trump, and literally that you could just he was ready almost to turn our mic off. Seriously, it's amazing.
I don't recall that.
Yeah, it got cut from the replays. She said it, and it got cut from the replays. I heard it live, And then
live too. And then I was like, right. She basically decided, no, I'd rather shouldn't really talk about it or something.
Because he probably gave her the death stare. And then
do you think she picks up subtleties though, man? Come on.
No, he probably gave the death stare. A little more than subtle.
They probably have a little remote control bucket of water over her head.
No, it's a shock chair.
Shock chair, yes. Exactly.
Jesus.
Wait. Howard is now a baby? No. Howard's always been a baby.
Yeah.
It's just now it's on full display.
Oh, it was cut from the replay. Interesting.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm sorry I didn't tune into it.
That is amazing.
And to not get into politics at all, but I wasn't really thinking of it as being something that was.
It wasn't really. And the thing is, it's just such a big bitch right now that literally he's just a bitch.
He won't mention anything. Yeah. I think he's really afraid of being sanctioned or somebody coming after him. He's really just.
Well, the thing is that he has no play at this point because Sirius basically, and I will keep on saying this till it actually changes. There's an actual changing fact. Sirius basically slid the piece of paper and said, that's it. And that's all. That's all I'm going to give you. Yep. And enjoy. And then walked away from the table.
Yeah.
Because he has nothing to offer them anymore. Zero. Nothing. He has nothing to offer. And let's take a look about how he's helped Sirius at this point. Let's see how this show today helps Sirius in the stock market because, they just got downgraded massively to a $21 target, which will probably downgrade it again. And how did that work out for us at SiriusXM?
No, I got it right here. Love.
It went down how much today? How many percent is that? Let me see. It's 2.59% today. While the NASDAQ went up, it went down almost 3% in one day, and it's been going down like a stone this week.
What are they saying about it? Like, what are the pundits saying?
One of the brokerage houses changed the price target down to 21, and they say they have so many problems with their technology. They have so many problems retaining customers. They have problems, with cash flow. They literally everything that you could have a problem with, they do. Delivery of the product, just their partners. They're relying on the car companies who are suffering, and it's literally this is the last 5 days. It's down 9%.
Consecutive day of losses. Wow.
Dennis, any way this could turn into a penny stock?
Well, see, they did this. They did the reverse split, so it would not happen quickly.
So if they reversed it the other way now, what
it would be $2.19. It'd be coming. You see, it has to be above $1. It's got to be above $1 to stay listed.
You know what the problem is? Here's the problem I think with Sirius is that advertising, which is what they hang their hat on. That's why they started buying all these podcasts because they're thinking even though they're going to still be able to do their podcasts on podcasting platforms, they will be responsible for the advertisement. And advertising is so diffused now, it's not really like you get like a major play from McDonald's or Budweiser or, the Pepsi or Coke. It's just all these little ones, and it just takes so much more to make up that volume.
To even make it bigger, YouTube, an average YouTube video of somebody that's very big will have, 500,000 views.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a lot, and that's countable. That literally is, you can trace that. And they put ads. If you don't pay for premium, you get ads in the middle of that, and they are real advertisers. So it's like McDonald's, Ford, whatever. So that's where they're going because they can count. It's quantifiable. Sirius isn't quantifiable.
That's right. You're right.
And anything quantifiable is definitely where they're going to go because, you can blow smoke up my ass all day long and tell me I'm sitting on a campfire, but it's still not going to make me make any money.
Dennis, so do they go to does the Howard Stern show go to how do you say it? Hyundai? Hyundai.
No, Hyundai is a Sirius-wide ad. That's why Gary.
Correct.
That's why Gary does the read. It's not a Howard ad. It's a Gary. It's a Sirius-wide ad.
Is that whole company as a whole so stupid that they're?
No, I think
Hyundai is a partner with Sirius. They actually put SiriusXM in their vehicles.
Yeah, I mean, has anybody here ever done like ad sales where basically it's like Hyundai has a budget of, let's say, $5 million for advertising, whatever that is.
Exactly.
They go out to media buyers who then parcel that pie out to all forms of social media and streaming and TV and radio and whatever. And so they do a bulk buy for Sirius, but the added addition of they gave Gary a car to drive so that he can talk about it on air. So it was a specifically Gary-driven Hyundai.
Correct.
So does Howard get a cut of that?
No,
probably not.
So he's probably pissed.
Yes.
No, I don't think so. I think
no. He kind of is because he doesn't like reading those. Like he gets out of those ads as fast as possible because he's not making the money from the ad. He's very being Led Zeppelin is one of his. That's his ad. Those friggin' things are 3-4 minutes long because they're paying him whatever, and that's his money.
And the TV shows he watches, and the movies he watched last week.
That's his money. That's his.
All him. That's all him.
But Hyundai is a partner with Sirius. It's even beyond selling the advertisement. They have a partnership where they install the radios in their cars.
There's some quid pro quo to that as well.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, advertisement if they put it in the cars, right? There's a whole. It's layers upon layers.
But their model is so bad at this point. It can't survive much longer. It really can't.
His hydro ads today. So none of them were live reads, and it was the same read over and over again.
Yes.
And he kept saying, I wish Beth would come downstairs to talk about this. And that was part of a live read at one point, but then they decided to use it as the replay ad. So it sounds so stupid every time he keeps saying, I wish Beth would come downstairs.
What's even funnier? That was the ad that ran right before the show started.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I'm driving and I'm listening. I'm going, holy shit, that's retarded. Seriously, it's like, why are you playing that?
Yeah.
Like, I wish Beth would come down. I'm like, it's a pre-recorded ad. Why would you say that?
Don't hear that in the ad so that they know to not put it.
But dude, it's a WAV file. They can't just edit that out. It's like
no, they're
literally like
incompetent.
30 seconds worth of effort.
They're lazy.
They're incompetent. They are so incompetent.
So when Howard got all the money, the man who killed Hitler and Bigfoot, when he promoted that, he got all the money.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, I don't think so. I think that
there's a certain percentage cut, but he gets a bulk of it. That was what Buchwald set up.
Remember with Channel 9 show, remember how we figured out that he would do ads in studio.
That was horrible.
So that replays that were shown all over the country had to have the advertisement that was built in to the actual show. It was built into the show.
What other entertainer in the history of entertainment has ever done this crap?
None. Johnny Carson used to do it. Johnny Carson would put up like a thing and say
like Alpo or some shit like that.
Yeah. He would do that, and that was a big thing. But it's such a dated model of advertising, and I don't know how like Joe Rogan does it. I don't know how other people do it. I'm sure they do. Live reads and stuff like that.
Well, I one of the podcasts I watch, which is Nerdrotic, when they have their big weekly show, he has 2 live reads he does at the beginning. And he just basically reads copy and they promote it. And of course with YouTube,
it was brought to you by blah blah blah.
Right. And and then you have the link in the bottom.
Yes.
That's how you do it.
It was pretty hilarious when Bill Murray did the Kind Bar thing.
Oh my God, Bill! I mean, God, could he have been more obvious? I mean, Jesus.
Beyond. Well, actually, I think it was part of the swag bag that they gave him when he came in. That's why
but he was promoting something that he actually.
Oh, so maybe he didn't get paid.
No,
I just paid my kind bar.
No. I don't think so. I think that the kind bars were part of like what were in the green room. So he just grabbed one and he's like, "Yeah, I like these." You know?
No. He was talking about he knows the.
And he said that one time he ate them and they sent him like boxes and boxes and boxes of them, but that he actually really likes them. And that's when Howard said, "God, I hope they're gonna, pay you back in kind for talking about them. You don't really advertise." And it's like amazing that
he kind of forgot the Jeep commercial he did, didn't he? Okay.
Yeah.
Oops.
All right, so we are done for tonight.
We are.
Friends. It is Tuesday. Is tomorrow when he has Elton John on, or is
no? Tomorrow is nothing. Monday is Elton John and that other woman.
And then...
tomorrow is more of today, except it's tomorrow. Except it's more of tomorrow, and there'll be more Elton John facts because he'll be doing more reading because he doesn't do any work on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. So tomorrow he'll have read about Elton John, so we'll hear stupid things about Elton John.
He's watching the Elton John documentary. That's all he's going to do. That's his entire research on
and
Elton.
that'll be done tonight, and then tomorrow he'll start. Like somebody calls about somebody, he'll have an Elton John analogy for it.
Yes.
It'll be perfect.
And so is both Adam Levine and Elton John and Brittany
same week, which makes it really weird that the week we'll see if there's an announcement for stuff on 101 because that's a lot. That's 2 guests in a week, and usually that means you're gonna go away.
Yeah. And
I don't know at this point. He may just save it up and go away all of June. I mean, because literally he could.
He could.
If he doesn't take anything in March, he took 1 week in March and then takes nothing in April. He takes the 2 weeks for Memorial Day and then 2 more weeks. He's done.
Yes. Well, we're going to do our calendar review tomorrow. I have it set up. So we'll review calendar tomorrow. What's going on in DJ's class?
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
So I am working on a video right now on a transmission jack. Yes, it's a thing to put on your floor jack, and I bought it from the very legitimate Amazon. And I'm doing a unboxing and an assembly of this thing, and showing how you can make it work, because I'm doing this, so you probably shouldn't ever, because I'm going to take it's not I'm removing a transmission with it, but I'm removing a transmission from a BMW, which I could probably pick up myself and move out of the car. But I wouldn't be taking like a Muncie rock crusher out with this thing because you would probably hurt yourself. It's Chinesium at its best. So that's a video that'll be done very soon. I am actually changing the clutch and lots of other stuff on the BMW E36 that my intrepid assistant and I drove across country. I don't know how the hell we made it now. Now looking at the underside of this car, it is very scary. I'm doing a whole little video on my adventure under this car, all the things I find, because it's kind of one of those things like, hey, this is how this stuff goes together. And so those are 2 things I'm working at right now. I may put a little short video of me driving my little E30 BMW through the countryside, maybe like a short or something, because it is kind of fun watching that car go through stuff. So that's what we're going on now, running at DJ's Classic Garage. I'm actually like doing garage stuff. Oh, and thankfully my garage is air conditioned, which I actually do have a video about, because it was 95 degrees today and I was working in 78 with 40% humidity. It was quite delicious.
Blissful. All right, so please go to Dennis's alter ego channel, DJ's Classic Garage, and see everything there is to see about Mopars and vintage BMW, and good stuff like that. Do yourself a favor and make a video of you selling it. What does he think?
The BMW.
Guys, there's no part of me that's going to do OnlyFans. Like seriously, I don't need that stress in my life. I can barely get my shit together.
Yes.
See? Here, the rest of that, you're going to have to pay.
Yeah.
I didn't see one. I didn't see one.
Yeah, never say never. Oh,
see, that was a little peek. That's me being nice. Oh my God, Mo, you can't keep doing that.
They'll have to tune in tomorrow.
Yeah, well,
tune in tomorrow and pay.
Yeah, these other shows, I see them. They go back and they read the super chats. I
don't even know what happened.
I don't see a super chat.
All right, friends. It's been
a sticker.
Day. We will see you anon and have a wonderful night. And again, thank you everybody who gave a little money to Benjamin. I know he really appreciates it. So love you all. Thank you so much. We will see you anon. And thank you, Jeremy. Thanks for hanging with us tonight. Please join us for any discussion at RadioGunk.com in the forum section. Follow us on Instagram or Twitter at RadioGunk. And don't forget to like this and subscribe to us and hit that little bell so that you know when we're going to have a new show. Thanks.